Hello, you guys. Can you
Hey,
hear
Roy.
me? Hi.
Yes, I can hear you. How are
Oh,
you
it's
doing?
okay. Yeah, it's good. It's quite different environment.
Yeah, I did not. I think I was. I think go to meetings was different for me. I was not used to it, but Zoom is fine. I
Hmm.
like the things that no one has to come here first and start and log in. Zoom, everything is automated. Anyone can just start the meeting and
Yeah.
it records automatically.
Okay.
So, so how is it going? Ready for the weekend?
Nothing special for me. How about you?
Oh no, nothing. It's too hot. Just take it easy. It's
Oh,
been a busy week.
excuse me, where do you live?
I am in Houston, Texas.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It's pretty
It's a
hot.
very
Where are
hot.
you in Bay Area? You're in Bay Area, right?
Yeah, Bay Area. It's quite cozy here.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
Hi, Evan.
Hi guys,
Hey, Evan, how are you?
good. We just got our tickets booked for the conference in October, so excited for that.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yeah, I'm working through all the approvals and submissions, and that took a lot of time this week.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know you've been
So
talking to Tony, but let us know what help you need from us.
yeah, yeah, it'll be good to see you all again. It's been 1 year, right? Last year in October, right?
Yeah, and this will be my first one. I joined Tony's team in April, so
Oh, okay. So
I've
you were
never been
not
to
there
one.
last time. I was
No, I
trying to remember
wasn't.
if you were there or not. Okay, okay. So this will be, yeah, it'll be exciting for then.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where are you? You're also based in. Where are you based at?
in Boise. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I was previously in Taiwan before I came back to Tony's team
I see.
here, but
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Nice. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing you. And
yeah,
good 3 days, 2, 3 days there.
yeah.
When are you planning to get there? Monday, Tuesday? When?
I'll get in Monday evening.
Right. Yeah.
We'll get in
So
Monday
that.
evening.
Yeah. Roy is lucky he doesn't have to travel, right, Roy? You're right there. Tony is here. Rama is here. Hey, Rama. Hey, Vilas. Sorry, this team thing is a little different. I had to keep this little window popped.
He
Sorry, team
is.
size. Zoom is a little different.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hey.
If my voice is a little low and a sore throat, I'll be speaking less today and listening.
Oh, you okay? You're not well or something, or allergy is something?
Yeah. Got some sore throat and cough.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll take care. So, all right. I was afraid people will find it difficult. I think the Zoom thing is easier than the other one. We don't use Zoom that much unless some customer asks us to do it. Generally, on Teams, but I'm happy that I don't have to be there to start the meeting. Anyone can do it. All right, I think we are 3 minutes over. We can start talking about what we're going to do today. So, just as a reminder, this team Zoom meeting starts recording automatically. You should get a prompt when you join that it's being recorded. And for today, I think we have an agenda item Rama sent last week that he would like to talk about the GPU RAS initiative that he is working on. He'd like to get some feedback on the document that he shared. But before we get into that, are there any opens that we want to discuss today?
Yogesh, I was also wondering about we kind of have to sort out the OCP Global Summit presentations. Is there anything we need to discuss about that today?
No, I think we are good. Today is rather Sunday is the deadline for 50% complete draft. And
Yeah.
we are okay. We are well set for that. We are well beyond 50%. We can discuss that at a later time.
Sounds great. I just wanted to check in and make sure there wasn't anything
Yeah,
urgent.
no, thanks for all the feedback that you and Amber and John, of course, me and Antonio have been coordinating also. So thank you, everyone, for helping us put that together. So we have 3 submissions which are all ready to go in. Between you and me, Drew, there are 3 of them, I think. And then Rama, you have one on GPU RAS, I noticed, right?
Yeah. I uploaded it yesterday presentation after review with the NVIDIA group. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Drew, that was that. Anyone else has any other opens before we give the floor to Rama for GPU RAS discussion?
이거 브리핑 꺼야 돼.
Yeah, I think
나
maybe
브리핑
people,
끄고 일로 들어가. 지금 줌으로 바뀌었어.
Hey, I think someone should be on mute. Is that Roy?
Oh.
Hey,
I'm
Roy.
sorry.
No worries. Just wanted to let you know you weren't on mute.
I'm sorry.
No worries. I think it's all you, Rama, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like I think, yeah, I may need like only 15-20 minutes maybe. Yeah. I just want to I got after sending that document finally we're able to all 3 parties so far signed and they're able to release the documents across RAS firmware updates. There is a manageability interfaces, right? I got few comments offline one is hey, generic comment the work stream about this work stream is the CLA based work stream similar to RAS API. That's why it was not reviewed with broader forum. Once they publish it, they have some mechanism, then they release it, okay, the spec for review, okay, and we are also pushing to make on this one get all the RAS thing at some near future. It will be discussed under hardware fault management rather than CLA. I don't know the timelines. The 3 companies and any new Chinese are working through that when they want to make it. Okay.
So this, John, so when is that workstream going to be requested from the project management? From hardware management project?
Can you please repeat the question?
Okay, so the documents that you submitted to the IC have been approved and they've been published in the public, and
Yes.
they have the designated revisions. Now we need to create a work stream to continue work on those, right? So in order to do that, right, the project leads for the hardware management project need to get a document from you guys as to what this work stream will do and who the proposed project leads are for that work stream. And that needs to be presented at the hardware management project.
Okay.
So Jeff and Hemo can say, great, we've been waiting for this. Whoever you nominate, fine, start it. And then you can take that approval and go to OCP staff and say, whatever you want, go create me a mail list, go create me a calendar channel so you can start posting your meetings once you decide when your meetings are.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Like right now, like we want to, we still need to discuss the plan. Once the like that CLA kind of work stream, they want to open it for generically, not CLA based. I don't know the timeline. Okay. Like Bhushan from Microsoft and some other from NVIDIA and Google are working. Amber from Google and others are working through that. Okay. Like I was recommending to the team is like with all the feedback is it will be like a generic. Once they open it up, it will be generic hardware fault management. It doesn't need to be again like a separate discussion like a memory. We have something like that. If possible, like we want to be part of the this meeting time. That we have to decide based on the team's feedback.
So so the team does not decide, the team proposes, right? The
Oh,
project
okay.
leads, that's it. I'm trying to tell you,
Yeah,
you
okay,
need to
okay.
go through the hardware management project leads to figure this out because
Okay,
they're the
okay.
ones that divide the charters up to say, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
charter to do this, you have charter to do this. So the question is, do I add the GPU charter to this hardware fault management one to that, or do I create, does the hardware project leads go create a new charter to say, this is all the GPU stuff that didn't fit in fault management, right? So you guys can
Okay,
go
okay.
off and discuss, but yeah,
No,
proposal
no,
needs to go to projects leads.
I got your guidance. Okay, I'll check internally and also because between Google and like there are three work streams, right? One is RAS, other one is like a firmware update, third is a management interfaces.
Right. So that's why you guys can go off and decide, propose and decide, or you guys can just say, hey, we want to go create this body of work, these three bodies of work, right? And give it the project leads of hardware management, go figure it out.
Okay, okay.
Right. You
I
guys don't
like
have to go figure it out, propose it, and then maybe have it rejected, right? And just say, hey, we got these three work streams. The document's up there ready to be progressed upon, right? We need a work stream to continue this work. Go tell us where that work stream needs to reside.
okay. Yeah. Now I got your point. Like maybe like I'll request Bhushan like to reach out to other companies and then work with hardware management leads to decide on it. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for guidance.
So, hey, Rama, do you want to share the document or you're counting on people being able to click on the link that you share and
Yeah, I'll share the.
Okay. Sure, thanks. And it's okay to share the link in the chat window also, right?
Yeah.
So people.
Yeah.
So I have a question on the GPU RAS document requirement. Anybody from this core team reviewed this document before publishing?
Oh, that's what I think Anil joined little late. This is a like kind of RAS API. This is a kind of CLA based work stream, right? Okay.
So
The way, yeah, go ahead, John.
so let me find my background. So this came into IC before I even saw it. So it came into IC as 0.5 revs up to 0.7 revs. And it was context as we've had these CLA work groups working to go develop this stuff. We need community input, broader community input before we can take it to 1.0. We're submitting this at this level draft so we can open up a public work stream to get everyone else's feedback. And once I realized that they were not submitting this at 1.0, I said, oh, fine, get it in, get it open, and now we can go proceed. And that's why these three documents are now published as contributions in the contribution database, but the revisions are not 1.0. So no one should pretend that they're ready. And so now we can have a full open discussion. And when this workstream gets created and they take it from 0.5 to 1.0, then 1.0 will come back into the IC for approval.
So John, I want to make sure I get this clear. I look at that our portal, OCP portal, and it says project hardware management underneath hardware fault management, and then there's incubation. So
Right.
are you saying that this was already in incubation that you didn't know?
No, not at all. When I saw those up there, basically they just had the name of the document didn't even have revision. So if someone looking at it says, is this 1.0? Is it 0.5? And so I had that all fixed. The rest of the fields, I don't agree with yet, but I had to get that one fixed, or the industry would just be confused as to what state these documents are at. My belief is that these documents should not even be published here.
So I hear you, and I agree
Okay.
with you, John. I think is there any way to pull this out before until we review it? Because I don't agree with a lot of the stuff is written
okay,
here.
fine. All right, fine. I will wrap that up to Rob Coyle that documents that are not 1.0 should not be published on the database.
And it being peer reviewed and peer reviewed.
John,
Right?
I think, John, can we take this logistics issues?
Yes,
Maybe
yes, we can.
hardware management. Let the group is interested here in the content of the document. Let's focus on that, please.
Okay, so I will take the feedback that we don't think it's ready, and that's enough. You guys go on with your meeting.
So who's presenting it? Is anybody who wrote this one is here in this call?
Yeah, this is Rama. I am here.
So Rama, were you part of the CLA?
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
so that's
I
a question.
I can call you. I can call you and give more context. Okay. Okay.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
I think you answered my question. That's exactly the question I was asking earlier. At least one of us should be in the core meeting. Core team person in this CLA, so that it has at least been reviewed by one person, at least one person. And I think looks like you are the one. Okay.
Yeah, I am there, and Drew started late, and he was like only like 3-4 meetings he attended, or 2-3 meetings. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And if I could, so when we first heard about this, we were like, oh crap, there's like a redundant thing, and how does it fit with the RAS API? But what we found as we dug into this is that this GPU CLA group tackled other things first, like error injection, that we're just starting to tackle here. So I think this is a perfect time for us to compare what the groups are doing and reconcile them, and then propose some plans for making all the different efforts fit together. So I'm pretty enthusiastic about what they're doing, because we need better error injection, and I'm pretty confident that we haven't done overlapping work. And the good news is we're all tied into CPER error logging, and we're heading that direction. So I think what this group was doing was pretty compatible with what we're doing here.
Thank you. Yeah. And Anil, I'll also more questions on the process and all. I'll talk to you offline. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, process anyway, different thing, but the content itself, I mean, at high level, I get it, and I agree with Drew what he said. But if you drill deeper and look at the actual content, I don't agree with this, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's why the 0.5 spec we want to make it to with all your feedback. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there are two designs we are covering. One is like UBB.
Rama, just one logistics questions before we start. I think seems like there's a lot of feedback and likely to be more. What's your method of collecting that feedback? Are you asking for this is not hosted, or is it something that the people can comment on directly, or
yeah. There is a I think that the OCP portal has the PDF portion, but we can have like the document version. People can comment, and
that would be better, I think.
Yeah.
So,
now,
hold on, Rama. You said but no, the document which is uploaded, we cannot edit. We cannot comment.
That's what he said, right? He can do that. He can do doc version.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we can't provide any. Yeah, we can provide any feedback until we have that copy, right?
Yes. I will send it like after the meeting. We have a PDF copy. I will give the equivalent word so that you can comment.
Thank you. And if you have to sign some CLS, that's fine. Let's go through that. I mean, I'm not sure this document actually has, this is the requirement. This is not the interface spec, right? So this should not require CLA. I don't know why we even brought CLA issue in discussion here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll discuss that offline with you, and I can connect you. I'm not involved from starting. I got brought in like a little bit later. Okay, there is more people involved, like Google from Amber and Microsoft somebody and NVIDIA. Okay, I don't want to get into things I was not involved from starting, but I can point to some people who can reach you out.
But by the way, I just dropped the link to that document also in the chat window, so everyone should be able to access that in PDF format right now.
Okay, I think I'll go to the content and stuff. Like main things are like we are covering, want to have a GPU RAS requirements, cover two kind of system designs. One is like a UBB kind of design, other one is like a discrete means like a PCIe endpoint. Okay, first thing we want to cover is like as Drew mentioned is error injection. Okay, the coverage for error injection, we want to do it for out of band. The coverage will be for HBM, some caches, like some cores, switches and all. Okay, okay, and what it does is like, and also it lists some of the scale problems we saw like in the fleet, we listed some generic problems between Google and Microsoft, we can append those. Okay, GPU is not detected, performance not meeting criteria for some of the things, GPU get lost. Okay, VM crashes, some data corruption issues. Okay, some issues taking longer time to. These are the common problems we want to use these learnings and improve on it. First thing it came through is this error injection, because we're not able to test to make sure that that logs or resiliency type of techniques works. Okay, initially discussed can we do in band, out of band, for GPUs, the team decided to go with out of band because most of the designs are for example, UBB design comes its own management controller, and also GPUs may not be exposed to the regular host OS running on it. Completely depends on which mode you're running on. Okay, we thought go with out of band. The standardization is done on redfish schemas for out of band for certain error injection techniques. Okay, we go through that. Some of the requirements
so are these errors spoofing or real errors requirement here? Or do we distinguish?
Yeah, most of the because whether it is spoofing or that one, it requires a silicon changes, right? Okay, we want real injection. What we said is like this. Okay, whether you do spoofing or real error injection, the flows should be closer to the production kind of scenario. It should have error signaling flows instead of just simulation at higher level, right? And the error injection should be able to see the error at the endpoint device, verification of the mitigations, right? We put the requirements, okay, and most of the work done on redfish based schemas. Hey, what are the APIs we need? Okay.
So it's not just error signaling, Rama, right? I mean, error signaling, of course, is important, right? But then impact of the error on the data and control flow. Yes. If we can't emulate that, then it's almost like a spoofing, right?
Yeah, verification of error flow handling in the hardware level, okay, firmware level, OS drivers, okay, that should be there, okay, and because we want to instead of saying, hey, we don't want to spoof the errors, there are some restrictions, right, in silicon. We just said error injections should have this kind of, should support this kind of mechanisms, verifying the flows, the registers get set properly, records. Okay.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense. So I think if we're covering just the priorities, I mean, the sequence of these sub-bullets is slightly different than what I would have expected, but that's okay.
Yeah,
work
we
on
can
those.
rewrite, but content is there. Okay.
Yeah.
And different hardware capabilities. Okay. To support different severities. I think these are common for all of us.
Yeah, lot of these wordings is pretty much what we already have written down in our error injection requirement.
Yeah, this one started like maybe like last November or something, not before we have our document.
And
This is
then,
like,
yeah,
that's why when we started the error injection, we said like, hey, let's wait. There is a duplicate effort going on. That's what I was telling. This was written like it took a lot of months to get CLA signed and release the spec. This work was done like last January, February time. Okay. And then error coverage for different things. Okay. Error injection attribute.
So sorry, just a logistic thing. Do we need a CLA for writing such requirement? I mean, we start writing requirements in the other document, but we didn't have to have any CLA. Is that something we are making a mistake there, or?
There is a more to it. Okay, that's why I want to give a call after this meeting or connect you to the people who started the CLA discussion. There is some reasons like, see, all doesn't want to speak openly. Like, okay, there's a more content is coming, like which is like, yeah. Why they went to CLA? Maybe there are like Google one contact leadership and Microsoft one leadership. I can give you their names. Okay.
No,
I can answer whatever I know. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking about what has happened. I'm talking about now and moving forward, the requirements that we start putting together that we have been reviewing for a few weeks now. Should that be part of CLA? What is our recommendation? Maybe John can clarify here.
I think Anil, let's stay on the topic.
Let's not talk about. So Rama, let me answer this really quickly. So the assessment for CLA is determined by the community that's working together. If they believe that there is any risk of IP infractions, they should institute a CLA, right? We brought this question up to this community, and this community said, no, we're not worried about it. It's all kind of public information we're talking about, and each of us knows how to hold our tongue. That's it. So it's a community by community basis. There's no one size fits all. If you have a question, you should ask me, Rob Coyle, or Michael Schill.
So John, I fully agree with you, but now I have a question. It's like, isn't Rama breaching the CLA by telling us and taking our feedback into this? Isn't that
No. Okay, that is why he had to take their CLA stuff, right, and contribute it to the IC at 0.07, have the IC approve it to say, okay, you have now corrected your IP, so then now the IP can be broadcast widely and there is no infraction. Right, so if you start with a CLA, right, you have to go finish that CLA with an FSA to say, okay, we've signed the CLA at this point. We now take this document at this 0.05 rev, get the IC to approve it as a contribution. From then on out, it becomes open and free.
Oh, okay. So they're actually opening it up for the 1.0?
Exactly. They said we're taking it up to here. We cannot take this to 1.0 because without the community, we'll just be a bunch of people trying to ram this down, the community, right? We need to open this up. And the only way we can open up, because we've done all this work as a CLA group, is to contribute to the IC and have the IC agree that this work is now public.
Okay.
And just one way to look at what happened, I wasn't involved and I have questions also, but it strikes me that this was an on-ramp to create a carefully controlled environment to pull more partners in. Yeah. And as the partners get better integrated and more aligned with our direction, we have to do less and less through this path, and we can be more engaged in this meeting and other more open meetings.
Actually, let's not go there. There's a lot of angst within Meta due to this activity. You have no idea how much we have gone through our own discussion. So let's focus on the technical stuff here. This has caused a lot of problem to us actually, logistics.
Okay, Anil, like, yeah, let's talk here
Yeah.
offline. Like, you can connect to.
I mean, a
like,
lot of stuff
Google.
actually written here, by the way, is part of the discussion we had with the vendor who published this thing, and without our knowledge.
And I think, Anil, we can talk offline as well,
Yeah.
and maybe I can help you direct comments to the right place.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, then how do we inject, identify the devices? There is a redfish device tree, which is specified in the manageability interface spec. Okay, and then error injection properties, secure lock mechanisms and all. Okay, then to identify the devices where to inject, these are the redfish schemas proposed. Okay, okay, I don't know whether I want to go through details in this. Okay. This is how you identify the devices where to inject error. Once you identify, then go to memory error injection, kind of. Okay, some schemas for that. Okay, poison, correctable, uncorrectable. Okay. And there are like full redfish schemas, like an appendix provided. Okay. What are the parameters it will go through? Okay. And similar to that, there is a PCIe. Maybe I'll go to some examples in the appendix and come. Yeah, these are some of the schemas. Like most of the work is like the APIs and schemas. Okay, the work is done. Okay, for memory and PCIe, we want to add other kind of errors. Okay. I don't know, offline, like we can use the Word document and then we can add it on. Okay. Yeah, that is about error injection. Like that, there is a deeper thing. Like I think some of the work we have done. Okay, we want to use it for GPUs through autoband. Okay, so we just refer to that requirement. Nothing, and there is a more work going on the nest content. Okay, yeah, those are the high level sections. Any questions?
So basic question, just according to the introduction, this is requirements document targeted at the GPU and accelerator vendors. Is that right?
Yeah, started with that, yes.
Things that are being asked would require platform and other players mistakes as well.
What is the sorry?
So the document says that this is requirements document for GPU and accelerator
Yes,
suppliers must follow. But then, for example, suggesting some injection techniques, and I think you're focusing on out of band, but other platform and other stake layers will also have some impact to meet the requirements. Is that the right assumption?
Other than GPU devices, like if there is a PCI switches and all.
No, the platform and the software environment that GPU is working in. hardware and software environment that GPU is part of. So you're talking about, say, let's say for sake of simplicity, a PCIe attached GPU attached to talking to a root complex on the CPU silicon, and further, there's a BMC and there's operating system layer. So all those should also be part of the whole solution that you're asking for, right?
Yeah, there is an impact to the the BMC implementation because all the out of band things is coming from there. Yeah, like the support will vary from like a GPU to the system and the firmware interface. Does it answer your question? Maybe?
Yeah.
Also,
so I'm just wondering. Is the assumption that the GPU suppliers will interpret or it's just that the document is not yet complete and you'll add more to explain what other layers or what platform elements need to be changed to accommodate the requirements here.
Yeah, it is like this.
Because that's
right?
what we are doing, right? So Rama, in our hardware fault management requirements, that's our direction, right? Let's first set out the requirements and then expand out from there and see what standards and what standards need to change to accommodate that. What various silicon vendors need to do to change that, memory being one element there, right?
Yeah. Like three things. One is like GPU level inside the GPU, right? Or discrete accelerator card. Then the system level, right? There is a retimers and FPGAs, right? Okay. And then the BMC, in this case, like this AMC is called accelerator management controller. Think through like a BMC, okay? This is the one providing out of band redfish interfaces and all, okay? The changes will be like, if you saw in the appendix, some redfish support, those are all coming through the AMC controller, okay? And then to support the error injection, this is just APIs, right? To actually support it, there may be changes will come through GPU silicon and firmware for error injection. Okay, those things are described in the what are the redfish schemas is used for out of band error injection. Those things are described in the current.
Sorry, what's that AMC? I missed that.
AMC is like a generic name for like in the CPU systems we have BMC, right? AMC is called accelerator management controller. That is like a UBB. There's a OCP term for that. AMC, accelerator management controller. It's same as BMC. There's a like why they call it AMC is for like each customer may have their own names like.
It's just better to spell out those acronyms somewhere. I didn't see that in the document.
In the one of the appendix is there. If something missed, we can add it.
Yeah, and the UBB. I'm struggling because there's another BMC there, so I'm trying to see what's the gray rectangle. What's that doing?
Which one? Which one?
The UBB. The UBB highlights a red rectangle, and then the AMC is a BMC that's inside the gray thing.
Oh, so. UBB is like universal.
Baseboard, I guess.
Yeah, baseboard. This is like, this comes from there is a OEM spec, right? GPU OEM hardware spec. Okay, those names are common for me.
Yeah, it's just better to just spell it out somewhere in the appendix. That's
yeah.
No, and if there's another spec that's referenced, can you show us the link or tell us the spec? Sorry, when you said there's a spec for that.
Yeah, Open Accelerator Module, OAM.
OAM.
spec. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
We
got
can
it, got
find
it.
the link. We can find the link. In the, yeah.
No, now I got it. Sorry, I didn't catch it the first time. I'll find it in the OCPs.
Yeah, I have a question. If you go to 7.9.2,
Oh, sorry.
do we have time to continue or we have to stop?
No, yeah, we can continue unless Yogesh, is there any other topic?
No. Let's just continue with this today.
Sorry, I don't know where I'm sharing it. What is that? Let's stop sharing it.
Yeah, while you're doing it, let me just clarify my question or comment. So this 7.9.2 talks about locking mechanism.
Yeah.
And the way it is written, it seems like very traditional silicon lingo that it has to be unlocked, and then when you want to relock, you need to reflash the firmware, which is not typically done in the hyperscale environment unless
Yeah.
it is absolutely necessary.
Yeah. There is a lot of lot of discussion happened on this. The reason is like, see, this is a security, right? Nobody in generally production scenario, right? Okay, we don't have we don't allow error injections, right? Okay, the compromise came through is like if some GPU vendors, okay, they still like don't allow at runtime, okay, they may expose the firmware, like some kind of firmware, okay,
Like a
if
debug
flash
firmware, right? A debug firmware.
or signed firmware, but with additional capability.
Yeah, signed debug firmware,
Yeah.
if you want, right?
You call it signed or like some feature capability, right? You don't want to ship the thing, like you don't want to ship that firmware, okay? Let's say the VBIOS, for example, okay? Like you don't want to ship it, but want to give it supporting for error injection. You flash that, you inject verified flows, and then go back to that. That is one mechanism like proposed because there is a lot of discussion happened. Hey, like how do we get the security and how do we make sure like production firmware, how do we differentiate between that and this and all that.
Yeah, so that problem has been solved in the industry already, right? I don't know why we are rehashing that. And we don't need to reflash the firmware.
Can you explain a little bit more detail for me?
Yeah. So, I mean, in the CPU world, there is a secure way to write to a register to unlock, rather than refreshing the firmware, right? You write to a register to unlock, and then once you're done, you relock it. That mechanism has been there for God knows how many decades now. I mean,
Yeah,
ENJ, for example, uses that, right?
Yeah, and Rama, I think I would go a step further in that I think the requirement is that you really need to use a production ROM. If you
Exactly.
Yeah, if you flash a debug ROM and test, you can't guarantee that it's going to be exactly like your production.
Exactly. There is one problem. Other problem is it's not really scalable then. We can't call it the at scale solution, right? At scale solution is something where you can run the test on a multiple machine, not in the production environment, of course, but at least you have a cluster of machines where you don't manually go and reflash the BIOS in every machine. That's not scalable. Nobody will do that.
Yeah. Yeah, there is multiple techniques for discussion. The compromise came from hey, one option. This is the one of the option is to use, okay, like securely locking it, like when you're coming with confidential compute, right? Those mechanisms are not pure secure. Like, you can do secure unlock and come back. There is a lot of discussions happen in confidential compute scenario.
Now, I understand. So now, so this is where I think the way it's written, it looks like implementation details from one vendor rather than a requirement from a community what we need. right? That I think that's where the reason I'm kind of poking on that section. We should be writing the requirement.
That is, yeah, we wrote, like, you saw the requirements, like just giving a one reference kind of way to implement it. Okay, it doesn't mean that the main requirements is a secure unlock, and if you see, right, the requirement section only talks about secure unlock and inject and secure lock it. Okay, the reference just given is one way to do it.
That's what needs to be separated out of this document. That's which would require requirements, and that which require a example reference implementation of what it might look like.
Yeah,
But having it all in one document and calling it requirements just confuses people.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, this section, okay, I see now 7.9 is the parent section, right? Error injection,
Are
secure
you guys
lock,
actually showing a document? Or
Yeah,
you guys
Rama,
following along?
Rama,
It
you
went
want
away
to?
from me. I can't see it anymore.
I can share if you want. I mean, it's in public domain. I think I can share.
One second. Can you see my screen now?
Not that yet.
Yeah,
It is.
it's back.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, that helps because we want to look at the same thing you all are looking at. Thank you so much.
In between got stopped, I think. Yeah. What is that, Anil?
Yeah. So go to section 7.9, sorry, 7.9. So I was poking into 7.9.2, but starting with 7.9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So error injection, secure lock, unlock, query, unlock status.
Yeah.
So you know, it kind of goes through in a nice way to clarify, to kind of put the requirement. But then if you go to 7.9.2, it completely blows out of the right. It says then, okay, this has to be need to reflash. In other words, all the work we described so far is meant to be for a debug firmware or some sort of a unlocked firmware. And in order to then take the machine back into normal state, you have to reflash with a production grade firmware. So that completely breaks down the whole flow then, or the requirement, rather, I would say.
Like, see, this is just like just to get, the requirements are in the above, right? Like generally, hey, you request a token, okay, all that, okay. This is just a, maybe if requires clarity, we can re-edit that. Hey, firmware update using the mechanism is one way of doing it. If it requires, that's why, like, we can edit.
But you start the section with the only way.
No, the only way to unlock the production grade is reflash it. It's not the only way to implement that.
No, that's what I'm saying, that the way they started, right, is a nice way, that there's a production firmware, you have a mechanism to unlock, right? And when you're ready to relock, just relock it. I mean, then why you have to reflash to a production firmware? That completely threw me off.
Okay. We can edit it, that particular thing. Okay, this is 0.5 spec. Okay, there was a like this.
But
this
what is the intent? What is the intent here, Brahma?
Intent is first, right? Started with the generic mechanism.
No. What I'm saying, from a requirement point of view, for error injection, are we writing the team who wrote this? The intent was to have a production firmware, injecting errors in a production firmware which is unlocked remotely and then relocked without reflashing. Is that the intent here or not? That's my question.
It's not a production. It's like a dev kind of clusters to verify the flows. Okay, production kind of you can able to inject errors in production. There was a lot of pushback on, like, there is a lot of confidential computing and all is going on.
I see. So then I have a conflict in, I mean, a kind of different requirement then yeah. Let's just make a note of it. We have to rehash this thing then.
Yeah. Anil, this is just a 0.5 spec. Okay, that's why we are opening it up. Okay,
sure.
It's not fixed in stone. Okay, don't take it very hard. Okay.
No, there's nothing hard. I just want to understand the intent here, because this is what we're doing right now, right? To understand.
Intent was like first given a generic requirements. Okay, and like a requested token, use that, and if you use this mechanism, it can be production equivalent. But like there is a lot of silicon changes and all, right? We don't want to. Other one is
the intent of this section is very clearly lab debug and lab validation, not fleet, right? If you go look at the very last paragraph of 7.9.2, it spells it out pretty clearly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why that
Right, I
really
mean,
threw me off completely.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
Yeah, me too. I mean, I
you-
read the whole thing and I was like, all right, and then I was like, wait. So yeah, but I mean that's the intent of this, right?
Intent is to verify in the early kind of development, like not a production wise, it's not there. If there is something we can expand with the security, okay. I don't think nobody has, as far as we know, like nobody has done production level error injection mechanisms in fleet enabled.
What do you mean? We do every day.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
EANJ,
That's not a question.
everybody disables it on it. Like I don't know, in like cloud.
Now there's a
Okay.
difference, Rama. There's a difference when we say production, right? You're right. If we don't run the actual production workload and inject error on the same machine simultaneously, the difference here is same machine without changing anything, we can inject error while the production workload is not running. There's a difference there, right? And that's what we want to achieve.
It depends on like, yeah, if like each CSP has a different opinion, like we can change it, Anil, okay, not fixing with like, okay, not comfortable because there is a attack surface. Once you get it, okay, I can tell you the other scenario, why like any CSP should not do that, okay, in production also. I can counter attack, okay.
Yeah, tell me, because I
Yeah.
don't think there should be any difference in any CSP's mode of operation, right? We don't want anybody to just randomly inject error either, right?
Yeah. It is like this, right? Security, you assume that attack is there, okay? Always, we don't question like how the attack happens, right?
No, stop right there, because I think you made a statement which completely starts with wrong premises. If we don't know, then yes, all bets are off. This is all theoretical discussion then.
No,
right?
there is something called zero trust model. Okay.
Right. So zero trust. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Zero trust model assumes that, okay, like any security kind of incident can happen in production. Okay. Then how do we detect it and mitigate it, right? Okay. And we like these error injections, okay, flows can be very catastrophic, okay, like not comfortable enabling, okay, in a production kind of scenario without some okay, that's where like.
So I will tell you, error injection at the most can create a denial of service. Worst case, that's it.
Denial of service attack.
Right, that's it. There is no data breach. There is no data, like what is called stealing, PIA kind of thing.
Yeah, denial of service attack in cloud is like you are buying for utility and utility you're not. That is a big thing. We don't want to go little like we can. No, I can push back on that. Okay, like this is like a we don't want to be very hard requirement. Hey, do it that way, right? We want to enable the APIs to out of band. Okay, and make some progress. Like if somebody want to take as a production equivalent thing, this one does not limit it. You got it? If you want to convert this into
hey guys, I think you're getting, I mean, I think rat holing a little bit, right? I mean, I think Anil, I think the feedback is, this section should be titled like, error injection for lab validation requirements or something like that, right? And, Rama, I think the point is separate out the requirements from an example implementation, right?
Sure.
But like beyond that, like, the section doesn't actually say anything about fleet error injection, right? And if you stipulate that, then like, that's it, right? So
we can edit that. That's what I want.
Right.
Well, I don't want to rattle on this point.
Yeah, I mean, we are not rattling. This is a good discussion, right? Because we have this discussion every time when we talk about error injection, right? Because error injection name itself raises lots of alarms, and this requires a lot of education. Hey, what are we really doing here? Why are we doing here, right? What kind of threats we have here, and then contain those threats, right? So all those things, and then design a solution that meets all the security requirements, whether it's a zero trust or -1 trust, whatever trust, right? And we have done that.
Yeah.
This is not a problem that is not solved.
Yeah. There is a like a little more discussion. Some of the things deep dive into like there is offline content like not put into this 0.5 like we want to get your feedback and change this, okay, or share it. Yeah, there is more work to be done. We are not calling it 0.7 also. That's why it's called 0.5. Okay, just to start the energy, then we talk about it and then implement, right? Okay, for GPUs, like the scale is volume is going up. That's why the effort started. Like
So I'm going to just wear my meta hat here, okay? Because we are also pretty big player in this domain, right?
Yeah.
And looks like when getting to 0.5 version, there was no solicitation or a sort of kind of a reaching out to one of the hyperscaler, right? Was something I got a lot of heat from my team, okay? And I said I have no clue what's going on. I hope our core team member was involved here. It's not completely out blind, you know.
That is behind my pay scale or like who started this work stream. I can give some contacts. I don't want to get into that. I got involved in like later point of time. Okay.
No, I was hoping when you and Drew were involved, right? You should at least raise a alarm here. Stop here. Let's. There is already a forum. There's already a sub project where team is working on it. At least bring it to the
I can
team.
answer you this offline, and I can give you the contacts. I don't want to use this meeting.
Yeah.
And Anil, I'm aligned with you, you know, and so I think just being here today is an effort to reconcile the effort. So I think the way I would look at this is, you know, there was some things spun up. Maybe we weren't all aligned like we should have been, but thankfully Rama, kept them like kind of in sync with where we're heading. And then we're now in the process of getting everything reconciled. So I share your concern, Anil, and we're trying to fix it, is the way I would look at it.
Yeah, I will also tell same thing. Like I don't like some things I may not like it. This is like somebody put the framework and we are working on the boundaries. We can share and okay. Anil, I'll try to give you some contacts like where you can share that feedback.
I'm just sharing. I'm with you guys, okay, but I'm just sharing the challenges that I'm facing also, right? And
I think let's just be patient with each other and work this out. We're now talking. We are all in the same team. We're here. We're discussing it. We're gonna work on this.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I did a lot of effort. Like some of that Drew knows it to make it open and bring it here. Like okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Rama, everyone agrees with what you did, and I think we're headed in the right direction. I think the next big step is obviously there's a lot of feedback, and this is only a 0.5 right now.
Yeah.
So you'll share the document, you'll get a lot of feedback, and we'll all together make it for something.
Hey, so quick question: what is the mechanism to provide feedback here?
Yeah, we just discussed that 3 minutes ago, Vilas. What Rama is going to do is to share a doc version of it. So just like we left comments in our documents, you'll be able to do that in that document. Right now it's a PDF, so it's a bit cumbersome to add comments to it. But Rama is going to share a Word doc, which will be hosted, and you'll see all the feedback.
Oh, we'll get a shared Word doc or something.
Yes,
just make sure we use the same Google Drive rather than creating yet another Google Drive or some other place, right?
No, I can use that same Google Drive. Google Drive.
Yeah. There is a work in progress folder, right? Just create another folder for.
Create a folder for GPU RAS and keep everything in under that. So that's good.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, thank you all.
Sorry to give some strong feedback here, but
no. Like
sharing.
Maybe if you're in your situation, maybe similar thing. Maybe don't worry.
So it looks like one of the hyperscaler was singly left out in this thing, and that's where
I think we need to figure out better ways to make sure the right people involved when we spin efforts up in general. And so, Neil, I would love to talk with you about this as well. So please, let's chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like even similar thing. That's right. But any other kind of TLA work stream, right? Like whether it is this or RAS API or something, having like multiple people, like minimum key players are very critical. I agree. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like I'm not the one who created the CLA, so something I can influence, but I tried my best after. How do we bring like True to the onboard? Because within the Google, True was missing.
Yeah, it was weird. The people,
Yeah,
there was something funny that happened, and we're fixing it. So yeah, thank you for your patience, Anil. We hear you. I think we want to fix it. So
yeah. I used this joke actually when I joined, like say Microsoft, some of some other company. Hey, we are getting a Windows problem. Okay, you now you are working at Microsoft. Can you help us to fix it faster? I said, man, this is a very big org. Like it is like same thing. Maybe you get faster response to it done. Okay, yeah, this is a big everything.
Sure, thank you. I will relay this message to the folks within Meta who have raised the concern and they have not got the answer yet. So I'll pass that on.
Yeah, it is a big org.
I'm also just relaying, by the way. I'm not against anything happened so far, right?
Yeah. Okay, thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.
Last, do you have the shaker ready? It looks like we really need it today.
No, I'm on the road, so I can't, sadly. Yeah.
oh, no.
You guys, we need that drink party you arranged last time. Global
We are
I
ready
know.
for it. October, right? Everyone's going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Have a
right.
good weekend,
All right.
everyone.
You too, guys.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.